Hello, hello! It's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to the Great Big Card Swap Showcase for November 2021. This is part one, and the theme right now for November is Christmas. Today I have over 150 cards to share with you. Oh my gosh, I think you guys love Christmas as much as I do. And so many of you sent in cards. They are so beautiful. You guys are going to love this. In fact, we have so many cards to get through. We might try to be a little speedier today because I feel like it's just going to take a really long time to get through them. So I have a few quick announcements and then we're going to jump right into the cards. If it is not too late, if you have not sent a card yet, the second video swap showcase for November will be Tuesday, November 30th in 2 weeks. So if you would like to send a Christmas card to be part of the next swap for November, you can send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Here's how it works. You send in a card, I share them all, and then you get one back. There's a new theme each month. So November is Christmas, and then December's theme is winter. So if you want to work ahead and send for December, just make sure to write December on the envelope so I know to hold it. So winter is going to be like penguins and snowflakes and snowmen, you know, all kinds of options there for the winter theme. November theme is Christmas. So this video is going to be all Christmas cards and the next video as well. So if you're sending cards for November, the theme is Christmas. Make sure you include a return postage stamp, but you don't need to include an envelope. I'll take care of that. And then make sure you don't write inside. We want to leave these cards blank inside. You can stamp a greeting or stamp images, but leave them blank as far as not writing inside so that whoever gets your card can pass it along to someone else. I love that we are sharing so much sunshine and happy mail by sending cards with a great big card swap. You send them to me and I get to receive so many beautiful cards. Then I get to share them with all of you and you get to see all the beautiful cards. Then I send them back and everyone who sent a card gets a happy mail back in the mail. And then you can send them on and make somebody else's day. It's just like this never-ending circle. I've got Claire here with me today. Hello, she's gonna help me just on the side, taking the cards off the table. We're gonna try to keep the boxes out of view. And she also cannot wait to see some of the cards that we have to share with you today. Before we get into all the cards, I have a couple quick announcements. First of all, I do send a card like this back in the mail with your card. Mostly it's to protect your card from rhinestones and things like that, to try to flatten it out in its return postage. You may reuse the card to send it back to me. If it's still in good shape, I'm just going to keep sending it back and putting it back into the cycle of things. So feel free to send them back. Feel free to keep them. Feel free to pass them along to other friends who might want to participate in the Great Big Card Swap. I'll show you that again in the middle of the video, but here are the quick announcements that I want to make. Right now, Stampin' Up! Is having a seasonal sale from Tuesday through Thursday, November 16th through the 18th. You can save on essentials, including 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, and 20% off dies from the annual catalog. Holy smokes, you guys! There are so many things on sale. I think it was 7 pages here on the list. Pretty much all those dies in the back of the catalog, all the regular cardstock, all the regular Stampin' Up! Ink pads. So make out your list, stock up on all of your favorites while you get a discount. And again, this is 3 days only from November 16th through the 18th. You can shop in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. The best way to take advantage of this sale, though, is to join my team, because right now in November, you can join my team for only $75. You get to choose $125 in product of your choice for only $75. That means you can choose stuff that's on sale. So you get the discount for the sale and you get the discount for the starter kit. Like, holy smokes. It's such an amazing deal. And if you've been thinking about being a demonstrator for a discount for yourself or to make a little money for Christmas, like we should definitely talk. In the link, the video description, I'm going to include a link to FAQs and the link to join right now if you're ready with your list. I want to show you a quick comparison. Have you been thinking about something big like the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is $120, add on some rhinestones? It would cost you in the United States $149.88 to purchase that as a customer. However, you can get that same stuff in a demonstrator starter kit during the sale. Also, you'll get a free paper pumpkin kit, a 20% discount on additional orders until at least April 30th, free access to my class PDFs and bonus tutorials, catalogs to share with friends for $75 plus tax. That is a difference of $68.13. That's how much you'll save with a big order by ordering this way and getting the Demonstrator Starter Kit. So let's talk, if you've been thinking about this, this awesome deal lasts until November 30th. So not much longer, just 2 more weeks. And check this out. If you're a demonstrator, you're going to be able to pre-order from the brand new mini catalog starting December 1st. You're going to start seeing some sneak peeks because demonstrators who attended on stage were allowed to order a few things early. I'm so excited that I got my copy of the catalog, and demonstrators right now can view the PDF of the new catalog and the PDF of the celebration brochure on the Demonstrator website. So there are so many reasons to join, not only a discount, but also the sneak peek and the chance to order first. This catalog, you guys, is like 92 pages. It's 20 pages bigger than the current mini catalog. It's so exciting, and you are really going to love all the new things that are coming out. I can't open it up and I can't show you anything else, but today we're focused on Christmas cards. So let's jump right in. I have tried to divide these cards by different categories. So the first category is trees, because what do you think of when you think of Christmas? You think of Christmas trees.
Yes.
Claire, have you noticed that our neighbor behind us and over one has their Christmas tree up?
I have noticed that.
They have had their tree lit up for like night and day, like 24 hours. I don't think they turn it off for the last at least week, or 2 weeks, since Halloween. It's been crazy. Leave a comment and let us know. Do you have your Christmas tree up? I mean, no judging here. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. When do you think we should put up our Christmas tree though, Claire?
Around Thanksgiving. Around
Thanksgiving. Probably after Thanksgiving. Usually we go the first week of December is a good time to put up the tree, because I like to keep our tree up through January 6th.
Yes.
And that's when Christmas ends for me. So if I find people who put it up early take it down early, and the day after Christmas they're taking down the tree. Christmas has just started. So all right, Christmas trees. We have such a variety of Christmas trees here. These are just all kinds of trees. Some of them are Stampin' Up, some of them are not, some of them are retired, some of them are not. So I'm just gonna dig right in. Oh my gosh, I love the colors here. This one is from Mio. It is her first time swapping, and I'm really digging the colors here. We have Pool Party, Balmy Blue, and Highland Heather. I like purple, for snowflakes. It's usually not a color that you think of for snowflakes.
It's really pretty though.
Isn't it? Especially with the glitter.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Oh, here's a card. This one is from Ann Hansen, and she did a little paper folding technique. So it looks like she started with some triangles and then folded the edges down, and I love how it shows both sides of that designer paper. Isn't that pretty?
That is. That's really cool.
This is the same softly falling embossing folder in the background that Mio used, and it's so amazing how that same embossing folder, you can get 2 different looks depending on the colors and the other things that you're using. So many awesome cards. Here's one by Rose Spivey, and this is a tag kit. I was trying to remember if it was a paper pumpkin kit. I think it was a tag kit that was in the last year's catalog. And so she's got some of the tags that are serving as the background piece and then the focal point, and she's added those really fun glitter enamel dots.
Very cute.
This reminds me of some of those enamel dots that you guys were using for earrings. Because they're self-adhesive, so you can stick those on and have little faux earrings. Here's an awesome card from Nancy Lestrange. I remember this this die set. I think it was called In the Pines. And then we've got this evergreen embossing folder in the background. I love the evergreen embossing folder on vellum. Well, I love any embossing folder on vellum. It just looks really cool to have this sort of white texture. It's not just color on color. And then it looks like she's added with a white gel pen some snow. I think that looks really cool. And that ribbon is awesome. Oh my gosh, so much fun. She actually says November swap card using In the Pines. I was right. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I love it when I can guess right. Sometimes I can't think of it, and sometimes I can. Oh, speaking of not being able to think of it, this stamp set is in the mini catalog. This one's by JB Lawrence, and this one has mix and match. In fact, Claire, can you reach down and grab where the catalogs are? Turn that way. Do you see down where the catalogs are on the shelf? The skinny catalog, the mini one. Nope. Yep, down. You see it right there? There's a couple. Nope, down. Move your hand down. Oh, over to the right. No, to the right. That's the left. Yes, one of those. Okay, I have to show you this stamp set because it's really cool. It has some different mix and match. So this is in the July through December catalog. And there it is, Delivering Cheer on page 32. Let's take a quick look. Claire, I think you would like this stamp set. So it has mix and match, like different bottoms. Ooh. I know, right? And then some different things so she can hold the tree or the presents or the flowers. So JB made this card using the tree and then the coat for the bottom. And I love, look at that, how she, oh no, that's a stamp. I thought she drew that in, but I just noticed that stamp. To have the like socks. That's so fun.
That is. That's really cute.
Oh my gosh. We might have to get this one. Claire, what do you think?
Definitely.
All right. Moving on, some more Christmas trees. Here's one by Jeannie Hurst. And Jeannie sent an extra for me. Thank you, Jeannie, for sending that. I don't remember the name of this one. I feel like it was in the last catalog or two. But what I love about this card, not only the foil cardstock in the background, but I love this really like voluptuous linen bow. Like that is just so full and so pretty and a nice contrast like with the foil. Really beautiful. Next card is by Cher Whitbeck, and she used another retired set. No, oh, this was a product medley. The Most Wonderful Time of Year, I think, product medley. And it had a stamp set and dies and then some like the stars were in there and some designer paper. I don't know if this was the designer paper that was in there. It might be a different one, but I love this classic combination of red and green and gold. And you know, like black is a color I don't usually think of for Christmas, but I love throwing that in there with the gold and the red and the green. It's really pretty, especially with the embossed white lettering. Oh my gosh, beautiful card, Cher. Thank you for sending that in. Here's another classic combination, blue and silver for Christmas. This one is by Mary Fudd. Whoa, look at that, look at that card base. It's so shiny. This is so gorgeous. Die cut tree here. I don't think that's Stampin' Up. It looks pretty similar though to a die that we have in the Whimsical tree bundle. But this paper definitely is Beauty of the Earth, which I love those shades of blue. So pretty. Here's another one. Blues and greens. And look at this. This is by Sue LeBlanc. And I think Sue's a first-time swapper. She used the snow, what was it called? Snow. Oh my gosh, it's retired. There was a whole series. My Meadow and Waterfront, Snowfront was the name of the stamp set. And so she has created this beautiful like sponging technique to create the hills and the trees. And I love that that little scene is on the die cut tree.
So cool.
It looks so beautiful. And the color choice, just spot on. Whimsy and Wonder stripe paper back there in the background. But this is just the star of the show. I just love that so much. And then we got some snowflakes on the inside. Oh my gosh, Sue, thank you for that beautiful card. Here is another one. I think these are both from Jean Schickman, and Jean sent an extra of this one. I think that's usually what the +1 means, Char's notes. And so she's got some die cut trees here, the die cut Happy Holidays. I love the texture on that.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. All the little details. And then we have also the texture of the stripes. And then on the inside, the cheeriest of Christmas thoughts, the brightest wishes too, are wrapped up in this Christmas card and sent along to you. Oh. That's so sweet. And then this one too, we've got another die cut tree. I love the embossed snowflakes on that tree.
That's really cute.
That's a really clever idea. I'm like making mental notes. I'm sure you guys are too. Do you screenshot these cards? They're so beautiful. There's so much inspiration, especially when we have so many cards like this. 150 today. All right, so I'm digging that. I'm gonna make myself like a little note. Emboss snowflakes on the tree die cut. Snowflakes on tree die cut. I love that. Okay.
Very cute.
So cute. All right. Thank you, Jean, for sending those awesome cards. Oh, I love it. All right. Here's some more tree cards. This next one is by Debbie Thomas. And Debbie has used that same waterfront, snowfront stamp set. I think it's the snowfront with the deer to create this beautiful scene. I love these watercolor images. Like, this is totally my style. Wishing you warm and wonderful blessings of Christmas. Yep, snowfront. I got it right again. Oh, such a great card, Debbie. Thank you so much. Here's one. Oh, look at the glitter on here. This is like, oh, it's from Debbie again. Maybe she's got it in here. there's her stamp. Let's take that out and save that. Winter Woods is the stamp set. All holidays, the sentiment, all year cheer. 3. Oh, that's an old one. Yes, from that one. Curvy Christmas border here. Double stamped, and then Stickles gold ice for the snow. That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this glitter paper down here too.
Oh, I didn't
Just
even notice that.
yeah, it's like a subtle
Yeah.
shimmer. That's so gorgeous. Debbie, thank you so much for that beautiful card. This one looks like, oh, I was gonna say it looks so similar to Jean's cards, but this one is by Patricia Williams. Are you guys ready for this? Claire, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what is it? Like a sliding easel card, I think it's called.
Ooh.
Yeah, check it out. What?
That's so cool.
May all your Christmas dreams come true. Let me see if I can, maybe I took it too far. Let me bring it back in just a smidgy. So you can see the mechanics back here. So we have like this piece here that has a little tab and a little tab. And then this designer paper wraps around. So you pull the bottom and it slides that piece up. If this was like a thicker cardstock, then you wouldn't see such a bend there, but you still get the same thing. It pops up like this and it just creates this awesome scene. I love cards that move and pop up.
It's like a little pop-up book.
Yes, we're gonna have to try this one, I think, Claire.
Oh my goodness, that is adorable.
You want to try that one?
I would love to try that.
And then there's like, it's hard to see, but there's also like a little square in there, which makes the tree kind of bow out a little bit. Oh, okay, I love it. I'm going to set that one aside so we can take a closer look. Here's a card from Cindy Benner using the, she doesn't have the name of the stamp set. It was in last year's catalog, but the tree dies, these triangle dies, are still in the catalog and they're on sale right now. So if you're interested in some triangle dies, even if you don't have the stamps to go with it, you can still cut from designer paper and create trees with those triangle dies. Love all the details here. The bow on the top, the wink of Stella on the embossing folder, the designer paper behind the sentiment. Such a gorgeous card. Cindy, thank you so much for sending that in. These triangle dies are, like I said, they're on sale and I definitely have to add them to my order today. April Booth sent in this card. This is an accordion fold card. I shared a similar card recently. And so April saw that card and really loved it and decided to make her own. So I'm going to put in the video description, I'm going to include a link to this accordion fold card. Accordion fold video. Oh, also I said the demo FAQs. I was going to put that in the video description as well. So I'll put that in there. So if you haven't seen it, you can check it out and make your own. I love this. It's one piece of designer paper that is then scored. And then you've got like these little like extra scenes that pull out. And this stamp set is just so cute.
It is so cute.
This set I'm going to show you really quick is in the back of the mini catalog because it is a host set. And we've talked about it before, the seasons of fun here. So you've got the little boy playing in the leaves, the girl with the pumpkin, and then the girl with the tree on the sled. So that's available if you have an order that's $150 or more, or you host a party that's over $150. All right, next up, I grouped these together because they all use the same pine tree punch. And this is still... Yeah, I'm just looking at my punch shelf. It still is a current punch. There was a stamp set. The stamp set's not current, but the punch still is. So this card uses the stamp set, but the other ones use the punch. And so you can see even without a coordinating stamp set, you can still come up with some beautiful cards. So this first one is by Lana Alesna, and she's got really classic layout here with the designer paper at the bottom and then the square in the center. This is a really great way to showcase some coordinating designer paper. I love using the layout like this. And if you want to conserve your designer paper, you could cut it at 4 inches instead of 4 1/4, just to get more out of a 12 by 12 or 6 by 6 piece. Actually, I guess with 6 by 6, you could only get 1 4 1/4 would work. Anyway, moving on. This one is by Tony Shaw. I'm going to take this off for a second. You hang on to that, Claire. Oh, she's got measurements on the back. Hold on. Okay, this is a TP card. By Tony. Yeah, isn't that cool? She's so used the Peaceful Cabin designer paper and then the simple punch outs of the trees. And then on the inside is where you would write. So I just wanted to share. She's got her measurements here. So the base of the card here is 4 inches by 8 inches. And then scored in half at 4 inches and then scored diagonally. And then the other piece, which is here, is 4 by 4 scored diagonally. So if you want to make this card at home, that's how you can do it with those measurements. And then Tony has a little piece of Velcro that holds the card closed like this. So it also then folds flat. So I'm going to put Tony's note inside. So this takes up the same room as a regular card front. So it's going to fit into a regular envelope.
Wow.
That's cool. I got to try that fold.
Cool.
I'm going to set that aside too. So I remember to try that fold. Here's one by Karen Fletcher. And this is, I think it's, oh no, I was going to say, I thought it was a Z fold card, but it doesn't fold out like a Z. So we just have this front flap with the, Heartwarming Hugs designer paper, different red and green patterns from this mini catalog, hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas year. Oh, I love that card. And classic red and green. Thank you, Karen, for sharing that card. Last one with Christmas trees. This one's by Judy Koenig. And let me take it out of the plastic and see if she's got anything fun on the inside. Somebody was asking about these envelopes that a lot of people use for their cards, and I use them a lot for my swap cards to keep all the cards like contained so they're not peeling off on one another. These are clear envelopes that are in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, and you'll find them on the same page with the regular envelopes. It's right behind that, and you can also get it in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. So if you're looking for these that have the adhesive flap, they're called medium clear envelopes. All right, here's Judy's card. Let's just take a look. Oh, she does have something on the inside. I love the simple strip of designer paper and that sentiment. Merry Christmas. Celebrate the joy of Christmas. I love these colors too. Mossy Meadow and Night of Navy. And then the other blue in here is Pretty Peacock. This paper was in the catalog last year and the year before, and really gorgeous with the blues and the green. Great card, Judy. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, we're going to move on to some other trees. And these trees, I've got the next category sticking there. Okay, these trees are the Whimsy trees, Whimsy and Wonder, Whimsical trees. Let me show you really quick in the catalog. This is from the July through December mini catalog, and we're going to find this on page 25. I recently did a card class. I'm going to show you one of those cards because I put it in for the swap, and I'm going to add that list or that to the video description as well, the Whimsy video, so you can see all those cards. It was an online class with 5 different cards using this suite, the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper and the Whimsical trees suite, and of course then the wonderful snowflakes. So if you're loving this pink and non-traditional colors for Christmas, you are going to love that class. Here are some cards by our swappers that are made from this suite. So this first one is by Divana Alderson, and she used that the tree die that comes in the bundle, and she did like an inlaid technique. So she die cut it from the designer paper, and then it might just be that I thought maybe she flipped the paper over, but that's not the case. So she die cut it from the green, die cut it from the pink, and then put the pink inside the hole. So like this is all flat. I called that like cool. Inlaid die cutting. I think it's really pretty. And then the little silver stars is just the perfect touch. Oh, and then on the inside, inlaid technique. May the love of the season warm your heart, home and fill your heart. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I love decorating on the inside too. Yes. Great card, Devonna. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, this one is by Carmen Melendez, and this is like a standing easel card. So it could stand up like this, but it sort of has all these folds, and then it hooks up onto this die cut tree that is on the inside on Stampin' Dimensionals. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Then you can open it up and write your message on the inside, but if you want to display it, it displays really pretty like that on your table. Awesome card, Carmen. Thank you so much for sending that in. Here's another one from Carmen using the same designer paper. This is that bookbinding card fold. We had a lot of those cards last time. So we've got the inside here is glued down, or you could leave it open and have a pocket. So this is that Whimsy and Wonder designer paper with the cutout trees. Merry Christmas. Another great card from Carmen. Here's one by Deidre Riley, and she has used those triangle dies. There they are again. I definitely have to get these. I love, these are all from the designer paper, the Whimsy and Wonder, and then the fussy cut trees there. Oh, look at the inside. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I love how she's combined the designer paper and the stamping to make that so much fun on the inside. I've really been trying hard to make sure that I stamp inside my cards because there's so much blank space. Like it's you can't leave it out. All right, here's a great one from Sue LeBlanc. Oh yes, this is her first time swapping. Oh, thank you for your lovely note, Sue. This one uses that same the stamp set we just showed in the back of the catalog. This is the host set, and then Whimsy of Wonder designer paper, that cute little puppy. That's in the same stamp set with the little girl. Looks like stickles or other glitter glue here for all of the glitter on this little girl. So much fun. Thank you, Sue, for sending in that card. Oh, I love this clean and simple card from Jennifer Oliver. She used the Whimsy and Wonder Snowflake with the musical melody or another embossing folder there. She said she cased this one from Susan Campfield. Oh my gosh, I love Susan. She always has so many fantastic, simple, elegant ideas like this. Thank you so much for sending in this card, Jenny. Next card up. Oh, this is one of those spanner panel cards. Check this out. This is so cool. So this one is by Janet Casdo. And the front of the card is cut down the side so that you have two sides. And then she's got this piece of window sheet that spans those together. But this center part was originally part of that fold. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And so this folds up by itself, and then you have a second piece that folds up independently, and then you've got the inside. Warming thoughts to you this season.
That's really cool.
I love that fold. I think I did another one with that fold, and I'll put the video in the description as well. And we also have some spanner card. We also have some other cards that use that same fun fold, so you're going to see some more of that. Okay, this is one of the cards I did for the Whimsy and Wonder Whimsical Tree class. This is a easy center fold card, and I was really excited because I figured out the measurements for this one myself. I based it off a vertical one that I really liked, but I wanted to have it be tall with the trees. So if you would like to see exactly how to make this card, check out the link in the video description. This card is part of the swap, so one of you who sent in a card is going to get this card back, and I will get to keep a card in return. I love the way this turned out. And I don't know, Claire, what do you think about pink for Christmas?
I think it's fun.
It's very like nostalgic and like 50s, I think, right? And very retro, but I think it's just so pretty.
It's pretty.
Here it is again with like the non-traditional blue. So this is all still the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper. This card is by Jo Williams, and she used some glitter paper to cut the tinsel and then the ornaments and the die cut trees. And then we've got the trees on the inside there too. Oh,
Very cute.
oh, they're so fun. I love that combination of the blushing bride and polished pink. Same designer paper here. Check out this fun fold. This is by Kathy Cornea, and she's got like it folds in the front this way and then a half fold there. She says she's got this idea from chilibling.com, but she got it from someone else using Encircled in Friendship and the Whimsy and Wonder designer paper. I was just reading her little note inside. I'm going to stick that over there for me to read later. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Kathy, for sharing that card. Oh, look at this one. This is also from Mio. She sent several cards for her first time. This uses the Whimsy and Wonder tree in the background, and then the wintry snowflake embossed on vellum. Remember, we were just talking about that with the other card.
Pretty.
And I love how it just adds so much dimension and layering there. Ah, beautiful, clean, and simple. This one is by Kathy King, and the wonderful snowflakes come laser cut like this. So they're ready to stick on a card, which means that with some simple layering, the designer paper, the cardstock, and then the snowflake, you can create cards like this, like super easy.
That's really cool.
How many cards? Leave us a comment. I want to know, how many cards, Christmas cards, do you usually send at home? Do you send a lot of cards, or maybe just a few to your favorites? This card design would be one that would be really easy to make a lot of. All right, our next category is snowflakes and snowmen. I saw the last card. I'm gonna wait and show you the snowman with the All right, we've got some old school snowflakes here from Stampin' Up. Bermuda Bay is the color. Love this paper. It was like 12 years old paper, I think. I love it. D. Chamberlain created this card, and I love the little die cut snowflakes with the Bermuda Bay paper as well. Here's, I think, maybe the same Snowflake stamp set. This is, again, like from several years ago, probably like 12 years ago. This one is by Linda Vanderspool. Love the pretty silver paper here with the gray smoky slate, and then we've got the embossed snowflake and Christmas cheer. Really beautiful. I love snowflakes. Like, I got that new snowflake set in the mini catalog, but I haven't played with it yet. So maybe we'll have to do something over. I know, over Thanksgiving. This card is by Sharon Meyer, and she used some blue glitter paper to die cut these detailed snowflakes and then layered it on top of the musical note embossing folder. I have an embossing folder like this, Claire, and I know, I haven't used it yet, but it reminded me of you guys in band. I think the one from Stampin' Up, I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that the music is like the notes are for a song. So we'll have to check and see. More about that one. Did I say who made that one? Yeah, Sharon Meyer. All right, this next one is from Jennifer Stretton, and she's got, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of this snowflake stamp set, but yeah, I had it and loved it so much. It had a coordinating punch, and so you could punch out some of the snowflakes, sending you a flurry of warm Christmas wishes. And then, oh, do you see the like iridescent embossing, the glitter?
Yes, that is so cool.
So pretty. Pacific Point is the beautiful blue on this card. This one isn't snowflakes, but the coloring very much reminded me of snowflakes. This one is by Jake Myers, and she shared this beautiful gatefold card. So many details on this card between the embossing and the beautiful detailed die cuts and the embossing folder. Oh my gosh, Jake always just has the most gorgeous detailed cards. Thank you so much, Jake, for sharing your beautiful artwork with us. Oh, this one is super fun. This is by Paula Schumann, and she sent 2 cards. She says, Julie, please keep one of these cards, your choice. Well, I can't decide, so Claire, you have to pick. We've got two options here, which are really similar. They both have this fun fold. So cool. Now, this was a die that Stampin' Up! Used to carry that would create this little swing card, this swing flip, and then there's a place to write in the back. So, Claire, we have to decide if we want the red and green mittens or if we want the pink and blue snowflakes. What do you think?
I'm kind of feeling the classic red and green.
The classic red and green? Yes. All right, we're going to hang on to that one. But you let us know at home, this or that. Which of these 2 cards do you prefer? They're exactly the same layout and same stamp, just 2 different kind of color variations. Are you more of a classic red and green for Christmas, or do you like the non-traditional colors like pink and blue? Leave a comment. Let us know. Someone who sent in a card will be getting the blue and pink version. All right, more snowmen. Now, these 2 snowmen came from the same stamp set, which is current in the mini catalog. Let me see if I can find it super fast. I should have marked some of these pages ahead of time. This one is do you see it? She did see it. She's got such good eyes. 21, on page 21, this stamp set is called Snow Wonder. So you've got this beautiful sketchy snowman with the snowflakes and the wreath and the trees. And then it has some beautiful dies that coordinate as well. And so you can see those dies here in the background. Instead of cutting, it's more like a stitched detail. This beautiful card is from Sarah Lancaster, who's a demonstrator in France.
In France?
In France, yes! Sarah, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful card. Oh my gosh, I love the layout. I love the stamp. Beauty of the Earth designer paper. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for sending your beautiful cards. Now, that does remind me, if you are an international stamper, you can still participate in the Great Big Card Swap. On my blog, I have a PayPal button for $5, which covers 5 international stamps. So you can take care of sending your card to me, and then with the PayPal button and paying the $5 USD, I will provide the return postage stamps for you. Now, I don't know about transit times for things from France and from Canada and other countries as well. So if you are going to send in for the Great Big Card Swap, make sure that you send in advance. So if you're sending from another country, I recommend maybe you send cards right now for the December theme, which again is winter. So we've got one more card showcase in November on the 30th, and that one's going to be Christmas again. And then in December, we'll do cards that are winter theme. Here's another one using that Snow Wonder stamp set. This one is by Cindy Miller. And she's got a nice little die cut there on the inside, coordinating. Oh, this is the scallop contour die set. If you don't have this one, this is definitely one to get right now. It's on sale for the next 3 days for 20% off. The scallop contour dies in the annual catalog. And then we've got embossed snowflakes in the background here. Simple blue and white for snowmen. I love that. And this maybe is not so traditional, but I think also really fun. The nice cool color of fresh freesia. This is an easel card. And so it has like an element that's on Stampin' Dimensionals, and it folds up and rests on there for easy, easy viewing. This card is by Beth Bryce, and she's got the inside decorated too with fresh freesia. Oh, I love all the little snowflake embellishments, and then this embossing folder is just so awesome too. Such a great card, Beth. Thank you so much. She said easel card Snowman Season is the stamp set. I think this is still current in the annual catalog. Ooh. Yeah, here's a fun one. Claire, look at that. What? So we got a regular card front, and then we've got this fun fold like little thing that comes off the front. That is just so much fun. This card is by Sue Campbell, and on the inside she's got a sentiment as well. This designer paper is one of my favorite. It's retired, but I just love the colors. Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana, Real Red, and Flirty Flamingo, and then the shaded spruce. So beautiful. Same paper here. This card is by Mary Fudge, and when this stamp set came out, there was a punch and then also an ephemera pack that had these stitched felts like accessories for the snowman. Isn't that fun?
That is cool.
Thinking of you at Christmas. Oh my gosh, love it. I love it, love it, love it. You guys got to build an epic snowman. Was that last year or the year before?
That was last year.
We didn't even have that much snow, but it was like just the perfect packing snow. And it was like as big as you, wasn't it?
I think.
Was it?
I don't know if it was. I think it was
almost
a little bit smaller than me. It was
maybe
a little bit shorter, a little bit taller.
Yeah, it was a pretty epic snowman.
It was.
All right, next card using a snowman. This one is from Nancy Ross, and this is a different stitched snowman kind of stamp set. I can't remember the name of it, but I love this layout with the designer paper over here, and then the stitched die, and a little bit of glitter on the scarf and hat. Okay, here's the card. This is so much fun. This one is by Mary Fudge. She said Art Impressions is where the stamp image came from, and she's got a little wobbler on Frosty's butt. Isn't that cute? Jingle bell, let the bells ring. I thought that was so funny. Oh my goodness. I love the coloring that she's done here, and then the detail of the crystal effects, the gloss on the bells, and the holly berries as well. So much fun. Speaking of let the bells ring, here is a card. This one is also from Karen Fletcher. I'm sorry, I got them all mixed up. This one is by Karen Fletcher, and I love those fun jingle bells. This one's a little tricky to mail with these fat bells. I think that's probably going to end up being a parcel package because it is a little thicker than is allowed for a non-machinable card. But oh my gosh, this is a fun one to hand deliver. Yes. And those jingle bells are great too. I'm trying to remember if they're still in the clearance rack. They were for a little while. Such a great card, Karen. Thank you. And she sent an extra one for me with the jingle bells. So I was excited to be able to be jingling right here at home. All right, here's another card from Karen using a candy cane background stamp. This is current in the mini catalog. So if you like the candy canes to do a background like this, so much fun. And then we've got little punched designer paper with the rhinestone. Another great card, Karen. Thank you so much for sending in cards. And Karen, if I'm remembering correctly, you also sent a whole bunch of Christmas stamps as well. And so I just wanted to give you a big shout out and say thank you, thank you for all of those extra stamps. All right, this is my random category. So all these stamps use, or all these cards use stamps that are maybe not all the same category. Claire, let's use that box and you can put the cards in there nice and neat. Okay, so moving right through these. Anne Schillinger sent this one. She includes a tag for me. Oh, I have a whole pile of things for me. Shar was helping me go through the cards, and so I still have to go through the pile for me. And thank you so much for sending that extra tag for me. That was so very thoughtful of you. This is a fun stamp set with the glasses. I think this is retired Stampin' Up set. Sip, sip, cheers. This is fun too, I think, for the new year. And I love these little sequin embellishments. Blushing Bride, they're little cherry cobbler washi tape, and then basic gray for the card base. Speaking of jingle bells, this one from Terry Reidemeyer uses a retired set of dies there to die cut the jingle bells, and I love the detail on those bells. So pretty in this silver foil, and you can also get the red and green foil in the current mini catalog. Really, really pretty. And then we've got that on the inside. She says, this is such a fun saying from the movie It's a Wonderful Life. The stamp set is Christmas means more. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. The Christmas means more stamp set was in the last mini catalog. Not a current set, but such an awesome one. And I do love that quote. That's a fun movie. Have you seen that movie, Claire? It's a Wonderful Life?
I saw it once in 8th grade.
All right, well, it's time. It's been a few years. It's time to watch it again. What's your favorite Christmas movie at home? There are so many movies that we love to watch, and we obviously only watch them at Christmas time because they're Christmas movies, but It's a Wonderful Life is definitely a classic that is a good one to watch at Christmas time. All right, this one is from Priscilla Krolikowski. Isn't that Santa fun?
That is fun.
This is a die from Stampin' Up! From a couple years ago, and I love the detailed glitter here for the hat and then also the beard. So fun with the white stamping on the black cardstock as well. Priscilla, thank you for sharing that fun card. Here's one from Rose Spivey, and I think this one is also from Rose Spivey. She used a tag kit from Stampin' Up! From last year, the year before, for the cardinal and the stocking, and then the background tag came from that. This one is layered on some beautiful scallop dies. I think these are non-Stampin' Up! So beautiful the way they layered together. Looks so like lacy and fancy. Such great cards. Thank you so much, Rose, for sending them in. And I love that you are sending different cards too. So if you're sending more than one card for the Great Big Card Swap, then you want to make sure that your cards are different so we can share as many different cards as possible in the video. And you'll also want to make sure that you include return postage for each one of your cards. You can send them together or separately, however works best for you. I think sometimes if you send too many cards together, it bumps up to a package rate. And so I recommend sending the cards individually to get here, just because I think it works out to be cheaper postage. Here are two cards from Valerie Zimmerman. She says, pick one. I get to pick one of these too. Valerie, thank you so much for sending this. This idea of having a circle with the sides folded in was in the annual catalog, either this one or the last one, and the tiling them together. I love that sort of quilted look. It's so much fun. So Claire, you gotta help me pick which one of these should we keep. These are both kind of traditional red and green. This one's got the navy in there too. Plaid Tidings designer paper over here. And thank you so much, Valerie. Plaid Tidings designer paper here, and this one is the Painted Christmas and Heartwarming Hugs. So Claire, what do you think?
It's hard because they're both so cute.
They are both so cute. All right, I want to pick on this one. I love this one with a striped background. This one is pretty too with a copper. I mean, it really is hard to choose. I think I'm going to do this one. This one is so gorgeous though. And one of you at home who sent in a swap is going to get this beautiful card from Valerie. Thank you so much for sharing those. All right, a few more here in this category and we're almost halfway through, but we have so many cards to share. Oh, this one is by Nancy Shower, and she used the Star-Crossed embossing folder. This embossing folder is kind of fun because can you see there are two different designs?
Yeah.
Like it is one embossing folder and it does the stars on one side and and the checks on the other side. And this actually was copied from the mini catalog. So let me show you really here. You guys know I love to copy from the mini catalog because that's sort of the whole point, is that we have all these ideas that are, you know, meant to be inspiration. So here's that page. This is where the star-crossed embossing folder is on page 59. And you can see her inspiration using the Little Delights stamp set with that Christmas ornaments. So fun. Nancy, thank you so much for sharing that card. Here's one using the retired Christmas bulb punch. This included both the bulb and the little end on the light. And so we've got the different foil. And if I remember correctly, Joan also sent one for me with different colors. They were rainbow colors. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. I wonder if it's down here. Let me see really quick. Oh my goodness, I have to go through that pile. There is a whole pile of cards that are for me, so I will be sure to share that in another video. Joan, thank you so much for sending this beautiful card. I'm really digging all that foil for Christmas. All right, here's one from Mary Fudge. She said Art Impressions is where she's got the designer paper and the die cuts. That's really fun. Then we got Santa in the truck, and then this die cut is really cool. I love the silver for the bumper, and then the side mirrors and the window as well. And then the stitch detail for the trunk is just awesome. May your Christmas be loads of fun. Such a great card, Mary. Thank you so much for sharing that. Here's one with a beautiful wreath. This one is by Debbie Thomas, and I don't recognize the wreath set. She says Peaceful Wreath, and then the Wonderful Wreath dies. So both of those are retired, but we do have another wreath set that's current right now called Sparkle of the Season. That's really pretty, and you've colored it so nicely, Debbie. Thank you so much for sharing this awesome card. Here's two more from Rose Spivey using some die cuts. This is the Swirly Bird die cuts, and then this one using the new tree die cut. I love these winter hills, and then the embossed snowflakes in the background.
Very cute.
Yeah, so pretty. I wonder if this was supposed to be for December with the winter greetings. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Rose, if you're watching this and I missed your note on the envelope, let me know if these cards are supposed to be for next month for winter, and I can save them for the winter theme in December. Or if you want to swap them right now, then I'll go ahead and swap them out with the Christmas theme. So I'm going to set them aside. And Rose, if you're watching, please leave a comment and let me know if I should save them or swap them. And if I don't hear from you, I'll just go ahead and swap them. Next up, we've got this one from Carolyn, and she's used this beautiful tree image. I don't recognize this as Stampin' Up, but it's so pretty. I can't tell if it's paper or if she's colored. It looks like watercolor pencil on there. It is just so beautiful. And then like the detail on the tree. Oh my gosh, I'm really loving that. Like, it almost looks like white gel pen. It's hard to tell. Oh, let's see, she's got a note in here. Green border from rectangle stitch frames. Wording from inside is from Heartfelt Wishes. The trees are from the negative portion of a tree group on vellum from the November paper pumpkin. She used it like a stencil to color with distressed inks and colored pencils and white gel pens. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me show you really quick. Because I have another card that has those trees. Okay, right here. So if you got the paper pumpkin kit, this is the trees. It was a vellum die cut. So what Carolyn used was the negative of this. So what came out of this, she used the other piece, she put it down, and then she colored inside the stencil.
That's so smart.
What? Oh my gosh! That is so beautiful. Like, it seriously looks like, I don't know, like designer paper or something. And then the watercolor pencils there in the background. That is so amazing, Carolyn. Holy cow. I'm so impressed. That's so beautiful. Well, while I have these out, I might as well show you these cards. These are from the November 2021 Paper Pumpkin Kit from Stampin' Up. And these cards, I think, are just exactly how they were designed. So beautiful. They're both from Carmen Melendez. Really awesome cards, Carmen. Thank you so much for sharing those. I love this Peaceful Christmas Paper Pumpkin Kit. And I think I got a refill of it. So if you were not able to get it and you're looking for a refill, then leave a comment and let me know. I think I can hook you up. really exciting. I just love those colors. This is Peaceful Christmas designer paper, the cabin, which I'm going to show a little bit more of later. But let's get through the rest of this stack. And the next theme we have here is ornaments. That's these. So let's dig right in. This is a retired Stampin' Up! Punch, an ornament punch. And this one is by Alita Williams. This is that bookbinding fold again, Claire. So you like score cute. And then it kind of like opens on the side. I love that.
Yes.
Really pure, really pretty. I was trying to say beautiful and pretty and it came out as beautiful. Oh, this is a cool card from Mary Fudge. We've got the gingerbread and peppermint designer paper, which I've been using a lot of. I love this paper. I think because of the traditional like red and green. Like it's just really like really fun, really Christmassy. And then this image here of the ornament is actually in the paper and you can hand cut or die cut that. Ooh. And like you have these built-in images. So such an awesome card. Mary, thank you so much for sending that in. More ornaments. These two are both from Rose Spivey, and we shared some cards earlier. Let me pull those back out. These are all using components from the same tag set. So it had the stockings and the bird, and then this ornament, and then more of that designer paper. The background there. So awesome cards, Rose, and I love your choice of embellishments here, the red rhinestones and the glitter enamel shapes. Really, really fun. And then, oh, the Stitch with Whimsy. If you've been eyeing the Stitch with Whimsy borders, these are in the annual catalog and they're on sale for 20% off during the seasonal sale for the next 3 days. Here are some more ornament cards. This one is by Debbie Thomas using a die cut ornament, and then this pine, which I believe is from the Wintry 3D embossing folder set from the annual catalog. Curry Christmas, delicate ornament. Oh, maybe it's a pine bow embossing folder, so a different one than I was thinking of. Really pretty though. Love the glitter on the ornament and then the embellishments as well. Ooh, great card, Debbie. Ooh, look at this one. This is from Amanda France, and it's a little pocket card. So it has a little card that opens up, and then it tucks inside like that, like a little pocket, and then Amanda's got her little note inside there as well. I love these colors for Christmas. Pretty peacock and Night of Navy, and then some copper as well. So fun. Check out this one. These are another great combination here. This card is by Diane Dawson. I think Diane's a first-time swapper, and she has a really great color combination here. Garden Green, Bermuda Bay, and Real Red. Isn't that really pretty? I don't remember the name of this stamp set. I think it might have been in last year's catalog, but I love that color combination.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
This is a fun fold. This is from Gay Anderson, and I think she called it a double... Let's see, a double gatefold card, and she was inspired by a card from Lynn Dunn. And so we've got a designer paper piece that has like, it folds in. So it folds like, you score it like every 2 inches, and then the part that's cut off here is turned over and glued on the bottom.
That's cool.
So you have what turns out to be like a diamond in the front. That's really cool. I love this paper too. Ah, gorgeous card, Gay. Thank you so much for sharing that. Here's another one. This one's by Rosemary Jones. So many first-time stampers, swappers this time, I mean. This is the same designer paper. So pretty. Love this combination. And then the punch pack for both of these ornaments, it's in the same punch pack. 2 different punches are in the clearance rack right now in the United States. So if you like having that ornament shape and you want to create your own ornaments, you can do that with the punch pack that's in the clearance rack right now. Cool. Well, I love that layout with the diagonal stripe. All right, these next two are both made using the beautiful Baubles bundle. This one has the detailed die cut, and this one uses the stamp set, but they're both the same size, like they're die cut from the same die. So this one first is by Mary Ferrito, and just check out her note here. She's said, encircled in warmth is the stamp set for the inside. Whimsical trees and bright baubles. A whimsical tree is the holly down there. Oh my gosh, such a great card. And she used the embossing paste to create the background. At first I thought it was just regular like dry embossed, but this is the embossing paste. So using the mask and then the embossing paste over, and you have this raised texture. Isn't that cool, Claire?
That's cool.
Give that a feel. Oh, and then we've got the green foil over the die cut is so gorgeous. I love the colors on this next one. This is by Alora Weaver, and she's used Coastal Cabana with Just Jade, and that Just Jade in gold. And then look at the cute dog in there. Isn't that cute?
He's so cute.
Christmas wishes. This one is so sweet. So we've got the combination of the stamp sets, the beautiful baubles, and the sweet little stockings. And so I'm going to transition into more sweet little stockings. This suite is so much fun. I got to show you really quick. Let's see if I can find really quickly. Page 31 is the page. Sweet stocking sweet little stocking stamp set. So you got 3 different critters. You got the dog, the cat, and the hamster, and they all have stockings to coordinate, and then the designer paper. It's just so much fun. So these next cards use everything from that suite. So the first one is by Carmen Melendez, and she has stamped and colored a little pup, and it says paws, joy, and kisses. Oh, that's so cute.
It is so cute.
Next card is by Kathy Smith. Let me take it out of the plastic so you can see without any reflection. Oh my gosh, I love how she colored each of these dogs differently. And it looks like a fireplace. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. I like that.
We've got the brick background as well, which adds to the whole feel of this fireplace. And then on the inside, this one is fussy cut from the designer paper, and that's stitched with whimsy frame again. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that is really
so stinking cute. Yes. Okay, here's a couple more cards using the sweet little stockings. This one is by Eva White. And she's got, this was that fun layout we did during the Pick 6 Wonder class. If you didn't see that one, it was really cool. We used 2.5 by 2.5 inch squares, cut a slit down the center, and then combine the squares to make the sort of this pinwheel. And we've got the fussy cut stocking and the diagonal ribbon. Really, really cool. And this scalloped contour dies are on sale. They're part of that set I keep talking about. One of my favorite sets from the annual catalog. 20% off until Thursday. Oh my gosh, Claire! Look at this one. This one is another card by Mio, and this is the Give It a Whirl die. And so the Give It a Whirl die is also on sale. So if you love this idea of doing these fun folds, you can have this window. There's different shapes to cut the window, and then you can move it around and give it a whirl so that you have different images or sentiments that appear in the window. So this is that sweet little stockings, card or designer paper, and then the embossed sentiments. Oh my gosh, such a fun card. Mia, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, last card here with the sweet little stockings. This one is by Chris McQuaid. And oh my gosh, what? A gift card in there. I guess whoever gets this card will have to see what's on there. That's so exciting, Chris. Very merry. Christmas greetings, sending lots of love. So this is kind of fun. We've got this front piece that has a part that folds over to the back and then glued down to make a pocket. So it's so perfect for a Christmas gift card. And then this you can see on the front, and the letters, little letters from the annual catalog is another die set that's on sale, 20% off. So you can make any word that you want with the little letters die. I love that she has spelled Christmas here. And then can you see the wink of Stella?
Very cute.
Yes, so pretty. I love the layout and the colors. So this designer paper is the same as the animal, the stocking, sweet little stocking designer paper. Oh my gosh, Chris, such an awesome card. Someone is going to be so excited to get this one. Okay, we have tag teamed out. Claire had a practice, and so Anna is here with me now. Say hi, Anna Banana. We are still going with our 150 Christmas cards. Next up, I wanted to share with you, this is all from the Tidings of Christmas Suite in the annual catalog. So I'm on pages 88 and 89 here of the annual catalog. Did you know there's Christmas in the annual catalog? We have a set of Christmas paper that is so beautiful. It's called Tidings of Christmas, and it's a 6x6 designer paper, and then this beautiful stamp set with the coordinating dies. I also have a class for this one. If you haven't seen it, you're really going to love it. So I'm going to add that to my list to link up in the video description, so make sure you check that out of Christmas. Just making myself a note. Okay, let me show you some of these beautiful cards we have using this suite. This first one comes from Michelle Wolf. Oh my gosh, I love how we have a little mantle here and the watercolor image. So this is an outline. It's like normally white and she's colored it green. Isn't that pretty, Anna?
That's really beautiful.
I think my favorite part might be the brushed metallic cardstock for the things coming out of the stocking. And that brick wall. Oh my gosh, that brick and mortar embossing folder is so beautiful. Awesome card, Michelle. Oh, look at this one. Yes, this shows off a lot of the designer paper. So little strips, they look like they're different sizes, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 or 1/4 of an inch. And then the detailed die cut star. Anna said that she loves that. I like this little label too. That's really fun. This one is by Patty Barnes. I almost couldn't read Char's handwriting there. Patty Barnes did this one. Awesome card, Patty. Here is that same star, this time in the gold foil. And this one is by Patty Barnes too. Patty loves this bundle. Let me show you really quick here in the catalog. You can see her inspiration. She used the same card layout, switched up the designer paper and the image, and created a very similar card. This is so awesome. Let's keep going with the Tidings of Christmas. This one is by Joanne Prosser. I love how she combined the stamped images with the detailed die cuts. Again, like those 3 stars, like look so different with different colors there. The green and the gold and the red. And here you can see that the stocking without being colored in is got the white background. So, so pretty. What have we got on the inside here? Merry Christmas. Oh, and then the little detail dies there. Oh, this one uses, actually, I was thinking it was the same designer paper, but I think it's a different paper that is very similar colors. This one's by Kathy Cornea, and she made one for me to keep. Thank you so much, Kathy. I love this simple design, letting the designer paper really be the star of the show. And then with the sentiment, may your Christmas be holly, jolly, and bright. So perfect. Thank you so much, Kathy. Here's one from Missy Hillman using that same gold die cut. I love the details. Those stars almost look upside down or sideways, I think. 'Tis the season. On the inside, we've got Christmas greetings. Such an awesome card. I love this suite. What do you think, Anna? I like that it's like all traditional, like red and green.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one. This is by Jerry Roser. And look how similar.
Yeah, really similar.
I think they must have been inspired by the same person. No doubt. I love how we've got the mantle. And then here is, instead of the brick embossing folder, we have the painted texture. Which one do you like better, Anna? The painted texture or the brick?
I feel like the brick makes it look like
a fireplace?
Yeah, a fireplace, but I like the texture of the other one.
Yeah, this one almost looks like a painted wall. You know, how sometimes you have that like texture on a wall. Oh my gosh, so awesome. That's so funny that their cards are so similar. I love it. Oh, this is called a buckle card. So you have a little window here punched out. This is using the word window punch, which is now retired. And then you have a flap that tucks into that word window punch. If you have the classic label punch, you can make a similar card with this buckle design. This middle part is just like a little mini card, and then it just tucks into that flap. This card is by Marilyn Kane. She says she's been a stamper for 30 years from Holland, Ohio, and she has a little printout here. Lisa Curcio inspired her to create this card. So here's Lisa's, and instead of using the word window punch, it looks like Lisa just cut a window or a hole there. So awesome. Thank you for including that too, Marilyn. So whoever gets this card can see where your inspiration came from. Next up, we have a card from Penny Kyle, who used this fun, look at this, designer paper fold. So this is like a square of designer paper, and then scored like a 1/2 inch from the side, and then that is then folded back. So you have sort of this like little window. It almost makes me dizzy with the stripes.
I know, it looks so cool. It kind of reminds you like a present, how it's like on the outside, and when you open it up, it's like the thing on the inside, and the little stocking.
Yes, it definitely looks like a present. Okay, next card. I have to show you this one because Karen Fletcher used a stamp from the main catalog that I think gets overlooked. So let me show you here. We're back on the annual catalog, page 88 and 89, and when you turn the page, you can see there's that background stamp on page 90. It's called Festive Foliage, and it just is perfect to make a little background. And then Karen's got the sentiment with the ribbon and the rhinestones on there too. Such an awesome card, Karen. I've been eyeing this background stamp, so you are tempting me. I want to show you really quickly, since we're in here, to the annual catalog. I have some cards coming up. Let's do these next, actually, with the poinsettias. And then earlier I was showing you some cards that used this punch, and I didn't realize the stamp set was still in the catalog. So you can still get the perfectly plaid stamp set, which coordinates with the pine tree punch. And then also this, we saw some cards using the snowman season stamp set and the coordinating punch as well. So you can find that in the annual catalog if you're looking. And then we've got some other like all holiday sets in here. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's do those poinsettias. Let me do those really quick. I'm going to grab them out. We have, I grouped all the poinsettia cards together. Some of these are using the detailed dies, like this one from Carrie Koss. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. The large letter dies are discontinued from Stampin' Up, but I love the idea of creating the word joy and then having these detailed dies in there with the traditional red and green. Such a beautiful card from Carrie. I think this one also, yep, is from Carrie Koss, using the same detailed dies, and then the Heartwarming Hugs designer paper, which is the same pattern she used here, and then the red and green foil. I love these poinsettias like that. I always remember growing up, my parents would always bring poinsettias to my grandparents when we would visit for Christmas. And so poinsettias always make me think of that when we would visit family. So those were the detailed die cuts. These are the stamped images that are then die cut. Isn't that gorgeous? This is so pretty, a white poinsettia, and then I love the yellow background here, the So Saffron, little brushed metallic. This one is from Linda Vanderspool.
It's Christmassy, but it's like not like the traditional like green and
yes.
I really like that though.
I feel like white poinsettias are really like elegant Christmas. So pretty. Here's another one though that is red, and we got some white and gold in there as well. This is a fun card from Becky Barber. It is a like a flower pot card. Isn't that cool? Oh no, it fell off. I'm not sure why that didn't get sticky. Let's get a new one on and do a quick repair here to stick this back on. Let's go up a little. Cover that corner. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then you can write your message on there, and it slips right into this little pocket in the back. I made a card like this once upon a time. It's been a while, but that is such a fun card concept to have like the little flower pot. So they've got all the poinsettias. Here's one. Oh my gosh, look at this one, Anna, with all the details. This one is by Mio. She sent several cards for her first time, and she's got, yeah, we got a little flower pot back there. This one has, let's see, it looks, it's an easel. What? That's so pretty. So a traditional easel card has something in the middle that the easel can catch itself on. So the flower pot here that is with the embossed cardstock can sit up on that stitched oval. And these beautiful detailed die cuts have Wink of Stella on them. Can you see the shimmer? And then the collection of pearls. So detailed, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, someone is going to be so happy to get this card, Anna.
The way it stands up kind of makes it look like a paper flower pot.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I love easel cards. They're so fun to display. Next up, we have a card from Lynn Werner, and she used this. What is the name of this paper? It was in the catalog last year, the year before, and it's flocked. So it's like vellum, but it has like a raised, fuzzy image, which Lynn has then colored. So normally it's white, and Lynn has colored it with the brown and the red, and then added the Peace and Joy die cuts on top. Such a beautiful card. Let's see what she says here in her notes. This holiday card was designed using the flocked vellum plush poinsettia specialty paper. That's a mouthful. From the last year mini catalog. She says she used her blender brushes to color the flocked paper and then let it dry. The lettering was done with the dies from the Sweet Peace and Joy dies from 2020, and she used the glitter paper. And bling can be done with either sequins or gems, but I did need to also let them dry with glue on the flock. That is good to know. Such a beautiful card, Lynn. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know, you need to feel it. Isn't that cool? That was a fun specialty paper. The double layer on the words. All right, last poinsettia card. This one is from Melinda DeRuin, and she has a fun, like, double flap card using some retired poinsettia designer paper. Such pretty paper. And then I love this stamp set. This is an older stamp set. It's retired, but it coordinates with one of my favorite punches, the Everyday Label Punch. Poinsettia Place is the designer paper. Labels to Love and Stylish Christmas are the stamp sets that she used. Melinda, thank you for sending that in. That is so awesome. Okay, we're going to go back to the mini catalog for the next grouping of cards. Let's see here. I'm going to close this up, switch out the catalogs. I want to show you some of these because they're so cool. I actually don't have this one yet. 23 Encircled in Christmas is the name of this stamp set, if I read it correctly. Yeah, no, Encircled in Warmth. So this first card here by Marie Ferrito uses that warm Christmas wishes and this beautiful detail die cut. So we've got some, I was going to say designer paper, but she actually used a mask and then spritzed or sponged or brayered the color on here. So the stripe paper was hand created by Marie, and then she die cut this the die from the set and then put foil underneath it. So you kind of get that, like, that's really, isn't that really cool?
Well, I thought it was designer paper too, and you were like saying that she made us, like, oh, it's really cool.
Yeah, what a fun card. Here she's got all the details. Encircled in Warmth, Whimsical Trees is the stamp set that she's used here on the inside sentiment. The Encircled in Beauty dies, layering circle dies, wonderful gems, dimensionals, adorning designs, decorative masks, brayer, sponge dauber, and Stampin' cut and emboss machine. Oh my gosh, Marie, what a beautiful card. Thank you so much for including all the details in there too. I feel like there was another card that used this stamp set, and maybe I already showed it earlier. It might have been one that had snowflakes or something else on it. So, I don't remember. Such beautiful. I don't have this set yet. Okay, here's one that I do have because I made this card. Isn't that cute? Over the weekend, I borrowed a Santa stamp set from Margot, and I created this card using the paper from, let's see, the paper is from the gingerbread and peppermints. Oh, here's the Santas. Oh my gosh, be jolly. They're so cute. I did have a snowflake up here, and then have a holly jolly Christmas actually came from the Painted Christmas Suite, which is back here, right here. I just thought that Santa was so perfect with the holly jolly sentiment. So this is a card from me that I'm including in the swap. So one of you will get one of my cards and I will get one of your cards. I love that. I forgot to do the inside though. I'm kind of embarrassed.
The half snowflake.
You like the half snowflake?
Pretty.
I love how it pops against the red. I think that snowflakes, you don't normally think of doing snowflakes with red and green, but I think it really works, huh?
I like pops.
Okay, peppermint and gingerbread. We also have some fun cards. Check out this one. Let me move this out of the way, just to the side for a second. This card is from Becky/Nagel, and look at this. Has this fun little opening. Whoa! Isn't that cool? I guess you could write like inside here, or on the back, like where Becky's put her name. But I thought that was so cool. It reminds me of like oh, I just lost my thought. It reminds me of like an origami, like fortune teller, like that sort of like fun kind of fold. But I thought you would like that. Becky's always doing such amazing fun folds and trying really cool things. So thank you so much for sharing this awesome card. Someone's gonna love to receive that one, Becky. All right, next up, this is still that gingerbread and peppermint designer paper. These are hand cut from the paper. The small cookies, they're the ornament, the bell, and the snowflake. Let's see, this one is by Debbie Thomas, and she's used Curvy Christmas for the sentiment and the gingerbread and peppermint stamp set. And Real Red and Garden Green, she says, are the colors. Such an awesome card. I love how she added the twine, too, to make it look like ornaments.
Yeah.
Part of the gingerbread and peppermint suite are memory and more cards and envelopes, and then also memory and more cards. And so the elements here on top come from the memories and more cards card pack, and then that sticker's in there too. And then the cute envelope and the card also are part of like let me show you really quick in the catalog. This card is by Karen Fletcher. And this one did not use the same things, but it reminded me of that pack. So these are non-Stampin' Up! Die cuts here. This card is by Belinda Becerra. Oh my gosh, Belinda, I'm sorry if I messed that up. Let me show you. Very similar here, but different products. Let's find that gingerbread and peppermint really quick to show you those memory and more cards. Oh, I should have tried to grab the page earlier. We're gonna have to go to the back. I love how Stampin' Up! Has this index to help us find things. It's actually right at the beginning. Here it is. Okay, so I was showing you this card uses the cards and envelopes, and then also the Memories and More card packs. You can find them over here. It's number 3 and 4, and those have been in and out of stock. I think they're both in stock right now, so definitely make sure to check that out if you love the look of that cookie sheet and the oven mitt and this spatula. Those are all found as detailed die cuts in that set.
I think of like making cookies around Christmas time.
I know. What is your favorite cookie, Anna? What is your favorite Christmas cookie?
I don't know. I like sugar cookies because you can like decorate them and then it feels more like special.
Yeah.
You decorated it. Also, they taste good.
You know what? I don't think there's a Christmas cookie I don't like.
I don't really like gingerbreads.
Oh, I do like gingerbread. Yeah. My favorite is the Christmas cornflake wreath that we do with marshmallows, like Rice Krispie treats, but with cornflakes. Yeah. And then we make a wreath out of it. It's so yummy.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, next up we have a bunch of cards using the Painted Christmas Suite. This is also in the July through December mini catalog. There's this gorgeous Painted Christmas designer paper, and then there's 2 different bundles. The first one has these beautiful Christmas season watercolor images, holly and pine cones, and then we also have this sentiment set, Christmas to Remember, which coordinates with detailed dies. So here are the detailed dies that are cut apart on this card. This one is from Carolyn Ketchmark. And so she has used those, and then the pine embossing folder. I think that's from the Wintry 3D mix. There's 2 embossing folders. It's actually an annual catalog. There's the pine, and then there's also the snowflakes. So we've got a little bit of the die cut designer paper. Both the label dies are part of the Christmas season stamp set, and the detail dies are part of the Christmas to Remember bundle.
I really like the dimension on this, how there's all the layers and stuff. It's very...
I love these detailed die cuts, the way that they layer together. They're really cool. Yeah. Okay, Anna, you're going to love this card. This one is by Carmen Melendez, and she sent another card that had this similar easel fold. So the whole card front, folds up, and then it tucks underneath that easel layer. So it sits up like this, and you can see, have that on display. Isn't that pretty?
Yes, I like the dimension, the volume, they pop out and look cool.
Yes, I love fun fold cards that have some dimension to it too as well. Awesome card, Carmen. Thank you so much for sharing that. Next up, we've got one. This is kind of clean and simple using the curvy Christmas stamp set that's retired, plus the Painted Christmas designer paper and the 3 square or rectangles using the rectangular postage punch. This card is from Susan Ferguson from Minnesota. Susan, thank you so much for sharing this awesome card. I love how you could duplicate this with other designer paper and borders.
I really like this little trees. I don't know. Really cute.
Those trees are so cute. And the sentiment came from the same stamp set. Thinking of you at Christmas. Next up, we have a card from Melissa Perry, and this looks like the Painted Christmas paper, but she designed or stamped these herself. So these panels are almost like custom-made designer paper. Then we've got a little Beauty of the Earth back here paper, which has the wood grain. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. That's the sentiment I used on my Santa card. And then on the inside, I think we've got a little stamping there, the sentiment. May this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. Yes, she said I created my own designer paper using the Christmas season stamps. So much fun. Melissa, thank you so much for sharing your awesome card. Oh my gosh. Next, we've got one from Beth Barney, and this is a center step card. So it's one regular sheet of cardstock with the center cut out so that it folds up to be like this pop out center step. I'm going to add this to my list of links to put in the video description because I do have a video for the center step card, and it is a lot easier than you think it is. So isn't that fun? I love the opportunity to highlight the designer paper here and then have some embellishments up front with the sentiment. And then on the inside, you can have your message and the stamped sentiment in there.
Another thing I like with this is like you can have like something in the background, but you can have this thing that's kind of like elevated, so you look at this first, but like you can still see this in the background.
Yes.
Like, it's nice.
I love the dimension on that, how it does have like these different layers to it. Such a fun card. Thank you so much for sharing, Beth. Here's one that uses that full detail die of the pine. So we've got 2 layers of the pine needles, 2 layers of the pine cones. Wow, wow, wow. That's a lot of detailed die cutting. This one is from Anna Rebadou, and she has done a little stamping on the inside too to coordinate, but that is just so stunning on the outside. Happy holidays. And it you don't need much else. Like we got a little bit of designer paper on the sides, but it just makes such a statement and an impact.
It feels like you're walking, like you're actually walking through the forest and there's like pine cones and pine needle things.
Oh my gosh, yes. It definitely makes me ready for Christmas decorating. I love it. Oh, I love this one. This one is by Judy K. Meek. And let me just open this up and see if there's anything inside. We have a little stamping and designer paper. This designer paper is not Stampin' Up! Paper that I recognize, but oh my gosh, I love the way these stamped images look. Oh, come let us adore him. The label dies are part of that painted Christmas or the Christmas season bundle. So it has the image dies and also the label dies in the same set. Such a beautiful card, Judy. Thank you so much for.
I really like this paper. It's really nice.
Yeah, I love plaid for Christmas. Like
it's very like
it's very classic.
It makes me feel like I always want to feel like those little hats that have like little side flaps.
Oh yeah.
And like going out and like playing in the snow.
Oh, it does remind me of that. You are so right. It's very, very cozy.
Yeah.
Like very cozy plaid. Oh my goodness. Here's one from Ann Derrick, and you guys are not going to believe what's inside. Are you ready? This is one of those bookbinding folds, and inside is a gift card. What? For Starbucks. If you leave the fold here, if you just put adhesive on either side, then you can stick a gift card right inside and have this little pocket. I love that. May this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. Oh my gosh, such a fun card, such a beautiful card, and a fun little surprise inside. And thank you so much for sending this card. One of you who sent a card in is going to receive Anne's card and her special surprise inside. Oh my goodness, who's it gonna be? Won't it be fun?
You know what I was thinking? If you just
You gotta talk louder.
you're just like you get the card, you're like you open it and you're like you just like take it out and like no one will ever know.
Well, whoever gets the card can take it out and no one will ever know who they pass it on to, but I will be passing on the gift card. I'm not going to take it out. Okay. So how do you get a card? If you send in cards for the Great Big Card Swap, you'll get one back. So everyone who sent in a card today will get one of these cards back. So here's how the Great Big Card Swap works. You send a card, you get to see them all in the video showcase, and then you get one back. There's a new theme each month. If you want to send in cards for the next part of the November swap, our theme is Christmas this month, and next month in December, the theme is winter. Send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164. Champaign, Illinois 61826. Make sure that you include a loose return postage stamp so that I can mail your card back. I'll provide the envelopes, and then make sure you don't write inside so you can pass it on to a friend after you receive your card back in the mail. Well, hopefully you won't receive your card back in the mail. You should receive a different card. I have had a little boo-boos where some people have gotten their card. I'm trying to be so good. It's a lot of work to to swap out all these cards. There's literally 150 that we're showing tonight, and that is just 2 weeks worth of cards. So sometimes things get by us, but we try really hard to get it right. This next card is from Yolanda Garza. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. This is the bedazzling paper that was part of the August-September celebration, and can you tell? Look closely. Yolanda says that she colored the bedazzling paper with a soft succulent ink, so it has sort of a little greenish tint to it. Can you tell?
I can kind of tell.
Yeah, this little bird stamp is so much fun. It's from the mini catalog, and I don't remember the name of it, but it has the holly border punch that coordinates with it. Ah, I love it. Ha, 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 look at this. This is another one from Mio. This is so gorgeous. We've got the Eden's Garden designer paper in the background, the wintry snowflake embossing folder here, and then we've got the cloche. I can't remember the name of it. Anna's getting a closer look. We'll bring it back here in just a second. Cloche, cloche, cloche. What is the name of that set? 22. Okay, here it is. Classic Cloche is the name of the set. And so you have the cloche dome and then the stamps that go with it. Let me bring this back in so you can see. This includes some of the detailed dies. We got it's hard to tell, but the flocked paper here on the birds. And actually, I think these birds and trees might be slightly different than what's included here. The birds don't look the same.
They don't.
The bird dies here cut out the birds here. So I think those bird dies are from something else. But oh my gosh, such a beautiful card, Mio.
Trees on the inside.
Oh no, the little trees on the inside. Oh my gosh, these colors are so beautiful too.
The letters.
Yes, with the gold embossing. And then the snowflakes. They're like the perfect little like glittery touch. This card is so beautiful.
That's so pretty.
Oh, okay, let's keep going. We've got some cards to get through, so we're just going to keep chugging along. We have some cards using the penguins. Penguin Place. Now, the Penguin Builder Punch has been on back order, and it was due to be back in stock this week. However, it's still not available, so they pushed it back. The availability right now is saying November 22nd. So hopefully next week, the Penguin Builder Punch and the Deer Builder Punch will be back in stock, and you'll be able to order them. In the meantime, you can still order the stamp set, or you can wait and order the bundle when the punch is back in stock. So this first card is from Debbie Bustle, and she uses the cute little penguin and also some of the designer paper that was in the celebration promotion. Oh my gosh, so cute. She's got her little note right there for you too on the loose paper.
I have a penguin hat and it looks like that.
Yes, you do have a penguin hat. Anna has a penguin hat that somebody knits or crochet. I don't know the difference, yeah. But it's so fun, and it does look just like that penguin face. So cute. Same punch. This one, we have eyes that are closer together, and then a little detail added with the white gel pen. This card is from Nancy Ross, using that Penguin Place stamp set. Be cool, be chill, be merry, and then the snowflake embossing folder. So much fun. I love the colors on this. Mint macaron and then basic black. Such a great card. Little 4x4 card, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4.
And like on the front, since it's like also just like the kind of like white and the mint.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, here's another cute penguin card. Look at that one. I love all the snowflakes. This detailed die here has snowflakes that are part of the border on the inside. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And then the extra snowflakes that are decked out. Now this penguin is the same penguin here, except look at the cute little sunglasses. Do you know how that's made, Anna?
No.
No, let me give you a penguin punch. I'm going to show you. So here's the penguin punch. Okay, so like this is the penguin. Let's see, here's one where you can see. So the black is this big part, and then the white is the white part that layers on to be the front of his body. So the sunglasses are like the very top of that turned upside down to make the sunglasses. Isn't that cool?
I think there's always some bumpy thing and it's just like they cut off part of that.
Yes, I love that so much. That was so clever to make this.
This is kind of a little strange at the same time because you're wearing a scarf and sunglasses at the same time.
Well, you know, snow can be really bright.
Fair point, but still, like when you think of sunglasses, you think of summer. When you think of skies, you think of winter.
That's true. I think of sunglasses as being like cool. And this says, be cool, be chill, be merry. The inside of the card has a snowflake. This card is from Sue Hughes. Yay, Sue! Thank you so much for that. You cute, 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 cute penguin card. Here's another penguin card from Carrie Zacharias using Bermuda Bay, I think. I think that's Bermuda Bay, a beautiful blue. I love using different colors there. And then we've got the cute little green feet and the heart. So adorable. Yes, from the designer paper. Season's greetings. Oh my gosh, Carrie, this card is so cute. I love that penguin paper too. Same penguin paper used here. And this is part of that penguin paper. That was a celebration designer paper. Here's a double flap card, where you have the designer paper on the flap and on the foreground here. This one is by Diana Barber.
I like the colors though, because it's like, again, I guess it's like not traditional like Christmas colors, but like it's really cute.
This was my favorite thing about this designer paper was the non-traditional colors. Fresh Freesia, Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, and Soft Seafoam for the light green. Really a refreshing combination, I think, for winter. Okay, we are still looking at stuff that's in the holiday catalog. And let me show you. Hopefully this is really quick here. We've got this beautiful, here's that bird set. Remember, we just looked at a card that had the bird. There's a really awesome set with the 3 kings. What's gotta be coming up? Oh, there's the Penguin Place on page 33 with a coordinating punch that hopefully will be back in stock super, super soon. Anna, remember page 36. Oh, I feel like we're right there. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna look it up in the back. Let's take a look. Great Tidings on page 15. Here it is. Okay, so we've got the 3 kings here, and these, look at this die. So we've got this really cool like die that kind of creates a scene. And so that is the die that Elaine Curry, oh gosh, I did it again, Eileen. I don't know why I always say Elaine. Eileen. Oh my goodness. Eileen Curry. Look at this card. Oh my gosh. When you lift up, it creates this diorama. Let me move this so you can see. Wow, wow, wow. So this gold die here is part of that set. And then in Boston Golden die cut. And then this little Bethlehem town also is from the same die set. And then we've got like this this like netting back there with the glitter sequins for everything. Oh my gosh, like it's just so beautiful, Eileen. I cannot get over it. The glitter tool, it is just too much. So lays flat for mailing, and then it pops up and has sort of that dimension.
It's like star.
Yep, the stars in the die set as well.
Oh my god, that's so pretty.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Here's another card using the same bundle, and then the Simply Elegant designer paper from the annual catalog. This is a side step card. So just like that center step card, you've got like a half a sheet of cardstock, and then the special cuts and folds to create this little side step with the extra dimension. These are all embossed in copper. Oh, come let us adore. And beautiful card from Nicole Anderson. Nicole, thank you so much for sending that beautiful card. I know someone's really going to love to get that. Okay. We have some other cards here with the Nativity and the 3 wise men. I wanted to share all of these together. This next one is from Cindy Benner. I don't remember the name of the stamp set. And I love the embossing folder with the sort of elegant diamonds back there, and then on the inside we have some additional stamped and colored images. Such a beautiful card. Here are 2 cards. These are from Linda Words. Oh, I think this is another one where I get to pick. The plus one, I think if I'm remembering that right, Linda, is one for me, and I honestly cannot decide because they're both so beautiful. We've got a die cut oval, and then using sponging to color inside, and I don't know, Anna, which one do you like better? Leave a comment and let me know this or that. Do you prefer the orange glow or the blue
For
glow?
winter, I prefer the blue glow.
The blue glow.
I can't say every single
I like the orange because it's sort of like the light of the
Yeah,
star.
it's the light of the star. That's what I was thinking too. But also like the blue makes it like more like a night sky. And
Yeah.
it's like, because that kind of looks like a sunset, which I don't
Yeah.
really mind.
Yep.
But like, it's not necessarily Christmassy. But it's still
Well,
beautiful.
I think the sentiment in the image makes it Christmassy. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Leave a comment. Let me know which one you think you like best. They are just both so beautiful. It's impossible to pick.
Yeah.
I think. Here's one from Jane Morgan, and she's got these die cut images of the Nativity with the rhinestone star. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothing, lying in a manger. Luke chapter 2, Luke 2:12. Oh my gosh, just such a simple and perfect card that just gets right to the heart of the season. I love it so much. Charlene Nydigger did this nativity, a different die cut here, almost like an ornament with the nativity inside, and the bedazzling designer paper, so glittery and beautiful. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Let's keep going. We have some more cards to show you, but we are getting down to the end. Our next grouping of cards is deer. Deer, and I think there's a moose in there too. Now, these are, the first couple cards are from the Peaceful Deer bundle, which is right here on page 26 of the annual catalog. The Deer Builder Punch is not available to order right now, but it is coming back in stock, hopefully next week. So watch for that if you've been looking for these cards. The first several use that bundle, and the Peaceful Deer stamp set with the coordinating punches. First one is by Sandy Almond. Sandy's from Canada. Love the beautiful layout here, heartwarming hugs, and then look at that inside. Isn't that just so sweet? She fussy cut this deer, added some dots there with a white gel pen to create that fawn. Wishing you a wonderful year and friendships, dear. Oh my gosh, such a fun card. I love that.
Really, like, they're simple, but they're also really pretty.
Look at this one. Oh. This one uses the designer paper from the Celebration stamp set. And then we've got the Peaceful Deer with the little wreath around and the red nose. I love that. And the buffalo check. A little bit of bedazzling paper. This card is just simple and beautiful. I love it just the way it is. Peg Herrick sent this one. Thank you, Peg, for that beautiful card. Same designer paper here with a different wreath. This one is punched out from the paper. Merry Christmas, sending love and peace this season. This one is from D. Chamberlain. D, thank you for that. I love this black and red and white for Christmas. Like, it's so stunning and just really pops. Here's some other buffalo check. This one is the Retired Moose. Yes, the Merry Moose. This was in the catalog the last 2 years, and it was very similar to the deer. It had a stamp and a coordinating punch. Happiest of holidays. Another one of these bookbinding cards. And then on the inside, Merry Christmas to you. I love this. This one is from Belinda Bosch. Belinda, thank you so much for your cute Merry Moose card. I just love that so much. I can't decide if I like the moose or the reindeer. Bass, they're both so fun. This one is from Cindy Benner, and this is a retired deer set with the die, and then I love these trees that in the woods, I think, embossing folder, and then another Parisian embossing folder back here. Just so much texture on this card. I love all the layering.
Another Rudolph.
Another Rudolph, yes. And another Rudolph. Here's a card from Jean Hoffman, and she used an ornament die to create a reindeer. How fun is that?
That's cool.
Isn't that clever?
It looks like you took an ornament and then you painted a reindeer face on it.
Yes, this one she said was cased from Connie Babbert using the delicate bauble dies and the sprig punch. So the sprig punch is, dropped a whole bunch of things on my floor. Here's the sprig punch. And so she added that for the reindeer antlers. So clever. Oh my gosh. I just love that so much. Well done, Jean. Thank you for sharing your awesome card with us. Here's another deer. This is one that had coordinating dies. I think it was called the Peaceful Deer. This one's by Andrea Clements. And we've got really simple cherry cobbler here with very vanilla. I love the swirl background and a simple oval. May the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. Let's see if I got it right. Dashing Deer bundle. I think I said the wrong thing. And then this post-it is from Tailored Expressions. It says, remove the sticky note, write your message, and send it on because joy is multiplied when shared. I love that. Such an awesome card. Here's another deer. These are all different deer from different Stampin' Up! Bundles throughout the last few years. This one has a fun fold down like that. Isn't that cool? So it's a Z fold card that is vertical.
It's like in like cartoons. Like Santa's Christmas has a depiction of like
yeah.
And then, like, it folds down. Really
Oh, that would be
like,
such a cute card to do like a pull down Santa's list. I love your creative little mind. This one is from Rachel Chizinski, and I love her Z fold that is vertical. That is just so clever here. Same woods embossing folder in the background there, and then the copper die cut deer. Awesome card. You can't go wrong with deer. Here's one from the Most Wonderful Time product medley. This one is from Nancy Lestrange. And she's got the stamped and the sticker deer and trees here on the inside, and then the die cut tree. I love that deer just sort of like peeking out through that.
It looks like you're like driving your car through like a street and there's like forests on the side.
Yeah.
And the deer's just like.
I feel like I want to case this idea with our current deer punch. So I'm going to set this a card aside and see if I can, excuse me, if I can come up with my own version. All right, here's another deer card. I'm going to open this up. Let's see who this one is from. Mio. Another card from Mio. She sent in several beautiful cards. This is a double or a flat fold card, I like to call it. So it opens this way and it opens that way. And I love the use of the designer paper here. So beautiful with the snowflakes. This was a favorite paper of mine a couple years ago. And then the pine trees and the foil cut deer there. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys, like these cards are all so fabulous. I just want to keep them all, and I know you're going to be happy no matter what card you get in return. And here's the box you can put some of the cards in so they don't fall off the table. I did have a couple of them set aside here. Okay, next up, this is our last bit of cards here. We've got two cards that use things from the gingerbread paper pumpkin kit. This was from last year, I think, or the year before. The paper pumpkin kit had these cute little gingerbread boxes and these fun little candies. And so this first card is from Mary Fudge, and she used some non-Stampin' Up! Paper there and really decorated her gingerbread house. I love that. Last year we had a gingerbread house contest. I sent to family a box of graham crackers, a can of frosting, some sprinkles and decorations, and we had a contest to build gingerbread houses. And so these cards really remind me of those. This one is from Meza Sama, and she used the same paper pumpkin kit, adding a different scroll embossing folder here. And then on the inside, we've got the other part of that house. So cute. Oh my goodness. And I love these sort of non-traditional colors for Christmas. The pink and then the yellow too, I think is kind of fun and different. Oh, I know. I love it. Okay. This, we have some random cards in here. Some of them, sometimes it takes a while for cards to come. And so I think some of these cards came off theme, because our theme for November is Christmas. So I always will swap out cards together that are from the same theme. So this one is Amanda France sent in this one using the teapot and teacup. That's a retired set here from Stampin' Up! But little doily here to be like a little tablecloth. I love that. Oh, she does have a Christmas message. Come, let's sit together and drink tea. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I love that. Tea is definitely a winter, at least for me. Like I drink a lot of hot tea and hot, and isn't that cute? definitely more in the winter. I don't drink so much hot stuff in the summertime. Here's a beautiful card from Judy Howard. I wasn't thinking that this was Christmas, but we do have a beautiful Christmas message inside. Sending Christmas blessings to you. May your season be blessed with the boundless grace of his love and care. Oh, I love that. Little deckled edge here, and then these detailed die cuts. Oh, I'm trying to remember what set that's from. I know, isn't it? We've got Pretty Peacock, and then like this magenta, like rosy.
Printed in this.
Yes, inlaid embossing, or not inlaid embossing, inlaid die cutting. So die cutting from the blue, die cutting from the copper, and then putting the copper inside the hole from the blue. And you get that look where it's like inlaid. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, Judy, love that card. Here's another one. Millie Adrosty created this one just for you using this set. I don't remember the name of the set and the paper now. It was from a couple years ago. Oh my gosh, so colorful and bright and fun. I love it just for you. That really could be for any occasion, I think. All right, back to Christmas. Our last bunch of cards have to do with the Peaceful Cabin Suite. And this is on page 36 in the mini catalog, the July through December mini catalog. There's a couple of components here. We have the Peaceful Cabin bundle, which has the beautiful imagery and the die cuts, as well as the Peaceful Place designer paper and some sequins and the white glittered ribbons. So the cards I'm going to show you next all were created with the Peaceful Place suite, either the stamp set and or the designer paper. So let me show you these beautiful creations. Oh my goodness. This first one is by Nan Moorer, and she has, I feel like there's, no, maybe it's just a regular card front. Just so much great detail in the layering here. We've got the glitter paper, the embossed trees, the die cut images with the trees and the fence. Just so beautiful. It looks like diorama. What do you?
I said this on a different card too. Like it feels like you're walking through like a mini forest with like the dimension.
Yes. And then the different colored trees and stuff too. It definitely feels very like dimensional and beautiful. Like I feel like I'm there. Like it feels like such a beautiful scene. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. Okay, just wait though, Anna. This one is from Melissa Perry, and watch what happens when you open this double Z-fold card. Talk about dimension and creating a beautiful scene. So this is a double Z-fold card. So we've got the regular Z-fold and then another Z-fold going the opposite direction. And we have the die cuts here from the image. We've got the trees, the designer paper in the background. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I love this so much. Okay, moving right along, another card. This one is by Shirley Monkman, and she has, again, this layering is just so beautiful. And how amazing is this distinctive image with a cabin? It looks like a photograph. It's so pretty. And then the trees in the background there. May you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. And the deer. Oh, what fun. I know. I'm going to need you to go take her out. I know. I'm sorry. We're almost done with our cards. Anna, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, Anna, for helping and sitting with me tonight. Okay. This is so amazing, you guys. I love this so much. The next three cards are similar in their style, and I just thought it was so fantastic that all these ladies had the same idea. I'm going to share each one with you individually, but this is also that spanner card, and I will link to a video that I have that has the measurements and the information for creating a spanner card, and you can do any designer paper and any images. So these ladies all did a spanner card where you have the front that's cut on the sides, and then this bridge piece that bridges the two ends, and then a separate piece that folds in the middle. This one is by Kay Johnson, and I just love this so much, the simplicity with the designer paper and the cabin. Same idea here from Anne Schillinger. Oh, Anne, thank you so much for including a tag for me as well. So we've got the same idea here with this spanner on the side, these pieces, and then the bridge with the cabin, and then the designer paper, and then the inside. May you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. And same idea here, just slightly different designer paper choices. I love the black and white of this one by Patsy Marshall. And then we've got the the spanner over the beautiful white designer paper with the silver trees. Same sentiment on the inside. Isn't that so amazing that they all shared such a similar card, but yeah, they're so different and beautiful. I love this so much, and I am definitely going to case this spanner card with the Peaceful Cabin. So thank you, all three of you, for your inspiration on this gorgeous card and gorgeous idea. I'm definitely going to give it a try, and I know many of you will at home. So thank you to Anne and Kay and Patsy for sharing your beautiful take on that spanner card. Here's a card from Dee Chamberlain where she used the Peaceful Place designer paper here on the bottom, and then the wintry embossing folder on the top. Really simple design here, showing off the paper and letting it really be the star of the show. Such a beautiful card. Same designer paper here, cut into pieces and layered on top of other designer paper. This one is from Barb Abke. Thank you so much, Barb, for sharing this awesome card. I love the pop of cherry cobbler in there as well. Same designer paper again, different layout. This one is by Jill Pace, and she's got the scallop border here, which I think is from the Scallop Contour Dies. Love the gingham ribbon and the little sentiment here in the circle. Cheers from our home to yours. A little bit of designer paper on the inside. I love that peak of trees with the sentiment. Lovely cards. Here's another one where the entire card front is that Peaceful Cabin designer paper with the cabin stamped in the clearing here. This one is by Terry Benson. A little bit of a different size card, a little bigger than standard. I'd say that's probably about 5 by 6.5 ish. So beautiful card. Love the simplicity of that, really capturing the beauty of the designer paper. Terry, great card. Oh, this one doesn't use the Peaceful Cabin, but it was a house, and so I stuck it in there because it reminded me. This is a Stampin' Up! Set that's retired. Glitter paper for the snow, the plaid paper here, and then the corrugated background is just so beautiful. Cindy Benner sent in this card. I love that better than Hallmark. So many great cards from you tonight, Cindy. Thank you so much for sending in your beautiful artwork to share with us. Here's another one. This is actually from the same suite here in the mini catalog, except actually, let me see if I can find it. It might be closer to the back. There it is. It's called Reflected in Nature. So there's 2 cards using this stamp set. And it is so amazing in this distinctive quality because it does look just like a photograph. This one is from Mio, another card from Mio. So beautiful with the embossed vellum on the background. And then that image, just, you don't need to do much. It's so beautiful on its own. I do love the tearing around the edges though. It really captures like that uneven background. And I think it's just such a beautiful touch. Here's another one with that same stamp. This card is from Linda Adams, and she has used the clear envelope over the image to create a little shaker with the sequins. So that has a little, it's hard to shake right now, but little shaker ability keeps those sort of floating. And then this gorgeous silver webbing is beautiful as well on the accent there. Oh my gosh, such a great card, Linda. Last card doesn't use this set, but I thought it went along with the others because it uses that Peaceful Place designer paper with the trees. This one is from Mio. Yay! Mio is a first-time swapper, and she sent in several cards. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is the end. I have to count again for the exact number, but over 150 Christmas cards. I hope you enjoyed them so much. This is just part 1 of the Great Big Card Swap for November. So if you want to send in your Christmas cards and get one back, make sure to send them in to be received no later than November 30th, which is in 2 weeks, the date of our next Great Big Card Swap video showcase. You can send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Make sure you include your return postage stamp so I can mail the card back to you. No need to include an envelope because I will provide those, and make sure you include your note on the inside in just a Post-it note or a loose note. Oh my goodness gracious. I want to give you one last reminder, if you're still watching, about this awesome starter kit special, $75 to join my team in November, and you get to choose $125 in product. It's a great time to do that right now during the seasonal sale because you can double dip. You can get discounted products in your starter kit. From November 16th through the 18th, save 10% on cardstock, 15% on ink pads, and 20% off dies from the annual catalog. You can do that in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. And one final reminder, if you're interested in being your own secret Santa, this is so much fun. I'm going to get my gift box over here on the floor to show to you. Being your own Santa means you can get a box of wrapped gifts, one each for 12 different days, plus a bonus gift from me. Here is all the details. It includes $100 in Stampin' Up! Product plus the bonus gift. So the cost is $120 plus postage. That includes the tax and shipping paid to Stampin' Up! And then the postage for me to send all the wrapped gifts to you. You can sign up for your Secret Santa gift box at tinyurl.com/Julie gift box. This is an exclusive offer from Julie Davison, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I hope that you will take advantage of this because starting December 1st, I will be doing a video series highlighting each gift and sharing some ideas to use with all those gifts that you'll receive. All the gifts are non-holiday, so even though they are wrapped up in holiday colors, they are things that you're going to be able to use for the entire coming year. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in to the Great Big Card Swaps Showcase. I hope you enjoyed all the cards that you saw today. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much, and I will see you on Thursday for Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. Bye!